messed up.
How do you say yarrow?
Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows?
How do you say yarrow? How do you say yarrow?
It'll be all the fun in the world.
Everybody!
Whoa,
Welcome!
a lot of energy coming out here. Did not sense that at all. Welcome to How Do You Say Yarrows?
Oh yeah!
That we've got a roundtable of fierce discussion today that's going to be very, very forceful.
Very illuminating.
Because Gabby and I are going to be discussing, but I come from a very biased point. And maybe she does too.
I do too. Well, yeah, I have a bias. Okay, so we're going to talk about something that hopefully will help your life. And if not, it will help our life.
I already have the answer to this.
Okay.
And I feel like we both will have our own answers on these things.
Okay. So before I ask the question, you say your answer.
It's Wegmans.
And my answer is depends on what you're getting.
That's fair. I would still say the answer is Wegmans, but we'll come back to this maybe and discuss what we mean by it.
Okay.
So maybe we should tell everybody what the question is.
Our question is that we are going to look at which food store, now local, we're in New Jersey, which food store,
Well, yeah.
yeah, are you looking at is your best place to buy food?
Now, and to be fair, the nice part about being in New Jersey for this, though, is we do have a wide selection. So I don't know how many people from the South listen to this. So obviously, like the Piggly Wiggly, what's that?
Food Lion.
Food Lion. What's that big?
Giant.
No, there's Giants around here.
Yeah.
What's the
It's more south though, even more like South Jersey, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's still like local. Like that's a fair.
We don't have a local to us.
No, but
Jersey.
many people from New Jersey listen here, so that could be
Sure.
very applicable. But what's the one that your dad loves in Florida?
Oh, the Publix.
Yeah, so those are really not, but we do have Aldi, Trader Joe's, Wegmans,
Yep.
ShopRite, Acme
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
I'm trying to think, there might even be more than that.
Those
Whole
are-
Foods?
Yeah, Whole Foods,
I mean,
sure.
I'll hint, Whole Foods is expensive. Research doesn't need to tell us the answer.
We
to
have
that.
some research on that, but
Yeah, $5 bag of ice for a small one, you scam
that's
artists.
exactly the research that we have.
Yeah. That's, if ice is expensive, there's no point in going to that store.
Yes. To back it up, Adam went when he was getting ice for my 30th birthday. He went to get ice and had to go to the Whole Foods because it was most local to the park. And what happened?
Oh, I put the ice down and I went to Wegmans, which was
Why? Because how much was the ice?
It was like $5 for like a 5-pound bag of ice. It was insane.
How much is ice supposed to be?
Much, like for $5, like you could get like a 20-pound bag probably.
Wow, that's
because
medieval.
it's, I especially maybe if you're drinking it, it would matter more. But
Maybe
like,
it was purified ice.
I have no idea. I mean, all of this is generally clean, but the only thing we were using, nobody was using this in their drinks. It was in a giant metal tub at a park to keep the drinks cold.
At the stop sign,
So it was
turn
like
right onto Mercer
it
Street.
was one of those areas of like, I have no problem spending money. Gabby knows this, but this was this was a deal. I couldn't. I went to Wegmans.
Good job, Adam.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, it was also like I think it just wouldn't be enough.
I will also say to close off the Whole Foods discussion, we don't have extensive information there, but we did one time get a gift card to go to Whole Foods, so we got to go there, and it was very much appreciated. We thoroughly
In
enjoyed our gift
2.6
card, I will
miles,
say.
keep right
Thank
to
you,
merge
Nathan.
onto I-195
Olnick.
East toward New Jersey Turnpike.
However, we did get to experience Whole Foods for that reason, and it was insane. It was insane how expensive. We got sandwiches. Now, maybe you shouldn't get sandwiches and lunch meats from there, but that was what we were getting. Whole Foods, we were getting a baguette and sandwich stuff, and it was delicious, so the quality was good, but it was mind-blowing. We spent like we were supposed to just run in and get sandwiches. I feel like we spent like 45 minutes going through every section because it was so curious making.
Yeah, it was
how that store flowed.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yep.
the stores we are going to focus on more is really ShopRite and Wegmans. So
Wegmans.
we are lucky that right now we live close to both.
They're within 4 minutes of each other. It's literally you turn left at the light or turn right, and that's defining what goes to. So, like in terms of distances, like the only comparison between these two that's valid is price. They're
exactly the same distance wise.
Well,
pretty much. I mean,
yeah,
pretty much.
Wegmans is technically like
a little bit farther.
35 seconds further.
Yeah,
but
it's not going to make a
for
difference
function.
in your
Yeah,
life.
for functional purposes, they're the same location.
Yep. The what I will say is, I was making comparisons based off of the ShopRite near us is not like what are those ones?
It's not like a super ShopRite
That's
or like
a super ShopRite.
It's a normal. Yeah, I don't know what the
It's a
technical
regular
term-
ShopRite.
Yeah.
So the ShopRite near my parents is a super ShopRite that has like it's been expanded and it
Yeah.
has, which is more like the Wegmans. So that's really, I think, a more accurate comparison because the Wegmans has all of the home goods.
Yeah.
The Wegmans that we live near has like all the home
Yeah.
goods stuff, and the ShopRite that we live the most closest to doesn't have all the home goods stuff. So you got to
That's fair.
compare one with the home goods stuff.
Not gonna fault that ShopRite for it. That's not
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, we could.
It is a smaller. It's just so I grew up going to ShopRite,
I
and
grew-
Adam grew up going to Wegmans.
And worked at Wegmans for 9 glorious years.
Yeah, and he loved it.
I
Absolutely
would take a
loved it.
bullet for the Wegmans family, still to this day.
That's very lovely. I'm sure they would appreciate that.
Absolutely, Danny is my hero.
So I got thinking about this because when we first got married, really, it was just assumed that if I went food shopping, I would go to ShopRite, and if Adam went food shopping, he would go to Wegmans.
Yep.
And then I went to Wegmans with him a couple of times, and I started to learn the store, and I became comfortable in Wegmans. So then when I would go food shopping, I often would start going to Wegmans. And I was mentioning it to my coworker, Erica Moret, love you, and I said something about it, and I was like, yeah, well, we go to Wegmans. I mean, it's so close to us. And she was like, yeah, ShopRite's also really close to you. And I was like, that is a good point. So I wanted to revisit my true reasoning of going to Wegmans or ShopRite.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also say my other motivation, we have a baby coming.
Mm-hmm.
And the food, our grocery bill, I should say, because it, again, includes household items, is just going to get more expensive.
Yeah. This little, as I've said before, and I'll
Little
say it
gift from
again,
God.
this little gift from God, pound for pound, is more expensive than either one of us.
he's going to want to eat. And so, I just thought I should make maybe more of an educated decision as to which store I'm going to.
Okay, let's talk it through.
Okay.
Now, yes, I think the key metric, though, is store-based products.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
because-
So a Wegmans, for
Store-
example, Wegmans lactate milk versus ShopRite, which
Yeah.
their brand is the Bowl and Basket.
That's very fancy.
That's
name.
what it's called.
I do
It's very
credit to ShopRite, Bowl and Basket, very fancy.
They do. I didn't realize this because I haven't been going as frequently, but in my now recent, as I'm starting to go again, they do have some things that are labeled ShopRite brand, but the Bowl and Basket is
Yeah,
like
that's their
the
name.
thing.
It's very fancy name. I credit to that.
It's real cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. We have to go based off of the, because we do typically buy the store
Yeah.
brand stuff.
Very rarely do we buy anything that's, and not that we're anti,
Well, when it's available, we buy the store brand stuff.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
stuff, there's not. Like, there are things that's not
Ooh.
really available.
we actually have a podcast on store brand versus regular. So if you guys want to rewatch that, you can, or re-listen to that, you can, and that'll give you our insights about what we think is actually better name brand.
I will amend that. I don't think we knew this back then. Tostitos lime chips. You got to get the Tostitos kind.
Yeah,
not the
Tostitos.
Wegmans kind.
Yeah,
I tried
Tostitos is a bit better.
Mhm.
I feel like we had a couple other revelations. But moving back to the store,
that. Yeah.
In 1 mile.
So,
keep right
okay,
to merge
so
onto
I
I-195
think,
east
shall I
toward
kick us
New
off by
Jersey
just looking
Turnpike.
at some receipts that I have?
yeah,
that
I did
helps.
not know Gabby brought research to this. So
Well,
that I am not as prepared. So
it's not like a ton of research, just a couple.
she has
a couple
receipts,
things.
people.
I have some receipts here. That I didn't do exact orders at each one.
That's fair. Yeah, it's not a perfect.
Yeah, I only have
comparison.
some things, but okay. So let's see. When you're getting milk, now we get the again the store brand like Lactaid fat-free milk. They were both $3.49.
Yep.
When we got the
You have all of it written down? You really did do
I only
research.
have some. Because some things I haven't gotten at Wegmans yet, so I can't tell you the price of it yet. The almond paste,
Use the right lane
more
to keep right to
expensive
merge
at
onto
ShopRite. So if you're
I-195 east
baking,
toward New Jersey
that's a
Turnpike.
very, very specific item, but almond paste is like this great baking item, and it was like $5.49 at Wegmans, $5.49 the cheapest one at ShopRite, and at Wegmans it's like $4 and change. So not a huge change.
Yeah, very
But it is cheaper at Wegmans, and I know the quality is great because I've gotten it many times.
Well, and I actually have to critique Wegmans on this because I often am the one buying the almond paste in
That's
early,
right.
and it's usually around Christmas we get this.
Right.
I will have to say that Wegmans often understocks on
left to
almond
right.
paste. So the price is greater, but for the last several years, there have been many times I've actually gone to ShopRite for this item
24
because
miles,
it was
continue
not
straight.
about price. It was, Gabby, I believe you're cooking or baking something that required it, and it's just not available at Wegmans.
Right.
Or sold out, or it's not the right kind. So, but I think it's also a good point to remember in all this, as you already brought up.
Yeah.
Some items we're going to say a price on here, and they're just expensive because it's an expensive item. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Well, almond paste is a more expensive
Yeah.
baking item, but that's why I notice it because
Yep.
I think of almond paste. I don't get it all the time, but I know the price of almond paste. I think it's like $4.49 at
Yep.
Wegmans. And so when I saw $5.49, I was like, I know that's distinctly different.
Suck it.
Yeah. Okay. This one's gonna blow your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, the really huge chunk of cheese, we don't typically get it because we're a household of 2, but, we recently made mac and cheese. So when you're going to make something with a lot of cheese, and my mom's household, like, always is going to buy the big block of cheese because there's so many people. So, the big one, I want to say it's like 32 ounces maybe, like of the big block of ShopRite cheese or Wegmans cheese. So ShopRite was $9.99 for the big block of cheddar cheese, and Wegmans was $7.99.
That's right.
So that's
Now, are they the same size?
yes, both 32 ounce.
My boy Danny Wegman's coming into play here.
That's a big deal. However, now this I don't have on my receipts, but I
Ooh.
remember clocking it because of it was a deal for like that week or whatever. When I walked into ShopRite, those fresh mozzarella cheese packets, like those like logs that they're fresh mozzarella cheese. That was like, because of this coupon, it was like $3 for one. You save like $4. Usually they're like, I don't know, $7, or they're expensive, those like logs of mozzarella cheese.
Yeah.
And at Wegmans, I know I've only ever seen them for like 6 or 7 or
Okay. So
that was like a huge difference. So
good sale. Normally more comparable.
Yeah.
But ShopRite wins on a sale right here.
So that's really what I found. So as I said, there were a couple things that were more similar, but what I really found was that ShopRite had, the benefit to ShopRite was the coupons. So if you can use a coupon, like I guess if you're aware of what coupon ShopRite has and they fit what you want, you're gonna find a better deal because there's coupon.
Mm-hmm.
And Wegmans, do they have coupons?
They do. I think we just don't get them right now. Maybe I've got to look at. I think I had a problem with the app logging into that and my account there because there's a backstory. I think that's complicated.
Okay.
Not in a scandalous one, but mostly I think signing up before there was an email or something. It's an old, so maybe that's something we have to consider of looking to see about Wegmans coupons.
Well, that will improve our research tremendously.
Yeah.
I was under the assumption that they didn't have coupons because we've never used them. And I've asked you before about the coupons, but you said there were no coupons, I thought.
That we have been receiving at least.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So ShopRite has the Price Plus card that you can put in your phone number, or you can, you have the little card that they associate with it and you can swipe it. And Wegmans, you do put in your phone number, but I've never seen any results from putting in our phone number.
There are discounts. It's not as often as it used to be. I will be fair. I don't see as many discounts as I believe at one time there was.
I'll give you an example of one of the discounts at ShopRite that I just, from going this one day. So I went and I thought I had a Price Plus card. It never comes up when I put my phone number in, but I never really do anything about it because I'm like, you know what? My parents are going to earn more on theirs because they do more shopping at ShopRite. So I just put my parents' phone number in so that they would get the points every time I went. But now, because of this experiment, I was like, well, I really want, an actual Price Plus card. So I had to go to customer service, and it took a little bit of time. The guy was great, but it actually took some time. They check your license and stuff, was interesting. So he checked my license and like put in my information for a Price Plus card, whatever. And now I have the Price Plus card, so we have it now. And then I was able to get the coupons. And so an example of one of these coupons was pretty dope. If you spend over $10, which is so easy you're gonna do, you get a pineapple for 99 cents.
Did you want a pineapple?
Yes, of course, I always want a pineapple.
But okay, so to me these are often...
But I was gonna spend over $10 anyway.
To me, these are often scams because now I've spent 99 cents that I didn't need.
Oh, 99 cents that you didn't
No,
need.
but that
the
adds-
whole pineapple.
but that-
it was huge.
But if you weren't going to buy that, you've wasted 99 cents.
Let me tell you, it wasn't even by the pound. It was just like whatever pineapple I chose.
You see, but this is where, okay, so often these things that people call deals or like a good thing,
Yeah.
I disagree with strongly. Because if I wasn't going to buy that and I wasn't going to use it, and now I've wasted 99 cents, or whatever it is in this dollar amount. So it's, okay, you buy more. What they're getting you to do is buy more.
They're getting you to buy more. Well, no, in that actually,
Did you buy a pineapple?
yeah, it's
So
a
you bought-
dollar. A dollar.
But imagine if 1,000 people do that. That's $1,000.
Well, sure, very smart of them. The
Exactly.
way
So
I
they've
see
they've cheated you.
No, I mean the way I see it is, I bought more. A pineapple's good for you. That's like a good thing.
But were you
That's a good
planning?
thing.
No, but were you planning on buying the pineapple?
Well, we don't typically eat pineapple that much,
So
but my parents will eat pineapple all the time.
that
So I was like, yes, I'll get a pineapple.
So we didn't even get the pineapple.
I ate it over at my parents' house.
So I didn't even get some of the. This is where it's a scam. Wait, where's the pineapple?
Would you have wanted the pineapple?
If you had the pineapple, I'd eat it.
This is ridiculous.
So
What are you even saying? You don't want the extra thing. You do want the extra
I
thing.
do not want the extra thing, but we got the extra thing and I didn't even get it.
Because you clearly said you didn't want the pineapple.
I didn't want us to buy the pineapple at all. If we have the pineapple, I would like some of the pineapple.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
So when I get the extra deal,
Do not buy it.
and if
not
I
buy
buy it,
I would.
then you want some.
Well, no, but that would be. I would never incorporate pineapple in my ordinary life, and I would say, don't buy this.
Do you like pineapple?
I do.
Why wouldn't you incorporate it in your normal life?
I only
then?
do it with smoothies, really.
Ah.
So then I have to buy smoothie and accoutrement, and now our expenses are way up.
Well,
and
this
we're going
is
to
a
the
fresh
poorhouse.
pineapple. Do you like fresh pineapple?
Occasionally. How often have we bought one at our house?
Rarely, because I thought
Exactly.
you didn't like it.
I enjoy it occasionally.
I don't know if anybody else is getting clarity from this. I don't know that I am.
What I'm speaking to is a larger picture, not specifically about the pineapple. What I am saying is often these deals, and they're not bad. So, for example, if you went in saying, hey, I am going to buy pineapple today, this is an excellent deal. I support you doing this. What I would say is now they've brought an item into your life that you didn't plan on buying, and that often is a way to get you to spend more money in an area that you normally wouldn't.
I will tell you the other deal that I was suspect of was, okay, the pasta. They said that the pasta was, if you buy 4 of them, you get them for 3. So I was like, well, now that was in a scenario where I wouldn't have bought that many boxes of pasta.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, I can't say no to that deal. So it worked out because I wanted to make mac and cheese. I just, thought I still don't need that many boxes of pasta.
It's a lot of pasta. We're 2 people.
Yeah, so that one, but also the tough part about that, which I will give ShopRite some feedback on this. It was 4 for 3. Did I say that?
Gotcha. Yeah.
The only problem was, I'm still not really sure if I got that deal. Because, so you know how they have on the things, it's like, if this only applies if it's a green label or something. And it was very confusing what constituted a green label. Because all the boxes of pasta were weird shades. They all had like a weird strip of color, like a light purple, a yellow, one was kind of green, one was kind of yellow-green. And I couldn't tell, like, who was the right color that fit this coupon. You know what I mean?
Typical ShopRite.
And then I went up to order. Now, the person who checked me out was amazing, super nice. And she said that I got the deal. But looking at my receipt, it says 2 for $1.19 of one type of pasta and 2 for $1.19 of another type of pasta. So did I get it?
What's the original price of one?
$238. So maybe I did.
It might have taken off like half from each of them.
Yeah, maybe that's what it did. It's confusing.
You might have actually gotten a better deal.
Yeah, I'm not really. See, that's where it was a little confusing to follow, like how to get certain deals.
Yeah.
Even with the pineapple one, and I was
not a
unsure.
deal.
I was unsure how to get it. I didn't know that it was you had to spend $10. I think I would have had to read the fine print somewhere in
Yeah.
the coupon catalog or whatever, which I don't want to take time to do. So I do think that in ShopRite now, their coupon system, you can go to the front of the store when you go in and like do your Price Plus card, and it'll populate what coupons are available for that day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that in the future and see if that will bring more clarity. But I think it's a positive that ShopRite had these better deals. I think that because for me, like a pineapple, I think that like we have a household with kids in it, or even just the two of us, that enriches my life. Like, oh, I can get a pineapple for a deal. I maybe didn't think of a pineapple today, but that's a great thing for us to eat. That's healthy for us. It's a little different. We'll include that in this week's thing. And I just subbed out the other fruit I was going to get. So I just switched it
Stay in the
up.
left
So
2
I
lanes.
like that. But the downfall is the coupon system was kind of confusing. And I couldn't really tell how I could get certain things, and how that worked.
True. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's start. Where do we want to land our? I ultimately would still say Wegmans is the better option because on a consistent basis, from at least our limited research,
Yep.
the prices are lower. So the coupons could be hit or miss depending upon the week. So, which might not be bad for a special item, but I would say that it's better to go with the consistency of a consistent lower price.
I will also say, even though this was not the mega ShopRite, so I don't know if it would be different there, but
In 10
I did
miles,
look at like
take exit 28
shampoo and
onto
hair
US 9
conditioners and
south
stuff,
toward
and they
Lakewood.
were more expensive, the ones that I was looking at ShopRite than Wegmans. So I just didn't get them there, and I
Yeah.
waited for when I went to Wegmans. The other thing about ShopRite is if you like get enough points, and you can get the free ham, the free turkey
I think.
on the holidays.
Yeah, I know Wegmans offers reduced ones usually if you buy like enough.
Oh, how have we've never gotten that though.
Actually, or maybe they have. I don't know. I forget. I believe they have at times. Maybe they haven't currently.
Well, we definitely would have qualified for it, so I don't know about that. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But I do think that kind of tips ShopRite over the top a little bit sometimes if you want those benefits. But Wegmans was very competitive and had some cheaper items. So I'm gonna
It
keep
sounded like
going
it was
with
consistently better.
consistently cheaper in a couple different areas. I'm gonna have to keep checking them.
I think Wegmans wins.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep going back and forth. Do a little more research.
I've done years of research. I worked there for 9 years. I have enormous amounts of wisdom on this area.
Do you have any other wisdom to share that we missed?
I would say create a food list and
Yes.
don't buy anything that's not on the food list. And that will ultimately save you more money than any coupon in the world because you've not spent $1 that you weren't planning to spend already. That will save you way more. And also save for items that matter to you, although that's not as applicable to grocery shopping.
Sounds biblical.
Amen.
Happy food shopping.
Bye.